What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Rock Bottom Podcast with Ray Devito. We are back. We are back on the Shuey Network. We are back. Real quick shout out to my sponsors, SilkCityHotSauce.com. Pain in the Brain Sauce. Put in Rock B, or you can put in Raymond. Save 15%. Pain in the Brain. That's my hot sauce. Yeah, do that. I got Maureen Langan going to join me here in a bit. Checking in. Let's see what's up with you guys. Mark Tyree, new member. Thank you, buddy. Welcome. We're officially back. We're doing it. I wore my best Alanis Morissette t-shirt, Carolina Panthers hat.
We're doing it
because football season back. Are you excited, producer Joe? Football season starts today.
I don't watch a whole lot of football, and I didn't know Alanis Morissette had anything to do with football.
No, it's just a shirt, man. She's pretty good. I saw her in concert, and you know what? When I did see her in concert, it's nothing but it was all women, and it's a bunch of women in the men's bathroom, Joe. And I just because like there was too many of them, the line was too long for the women's bathroom, and everyone was fine with it. I didn't really care. But at the same time, if that was the opposite, that never would have played out. I can't just go into women's bathroom. See what I'm saying? The double standard, Joe.
Yeah, women aren't creepy if they're in a men's room. Necessarily. I guess they could be. But.
Also, if I'm a dude at a concert, I just want to urinate. I just want to go back. Speaking of which, I hope he gets well. Bruce Springsteen. I was going to see Bruce Springsteen Tuesday in Pittsburgh. He canceled. He's not doing well. He canceled his dates, but he just canceled. And you know what? I didn't get the ticket anyway, but you can't get your money back. All they do is it's postponed, and your ticket goes to that next show. I just think. I didn't buy the ticket anyway, so it's not mine to get refunded. But isn't that weird?
A little weird. You'd think you'd have the option to get it because what if you can't go to that next show?
Exactly. And no, you're just stuck. Your ticket, whenever he decides he wants to do that concert, that's what your ticket is good for. There's no other way around it. It's I thought that was pretty weird. Dismass, go home, you sad drunk. That one was for you, Joe.
I think he thought he was in Stuttering John's chat.
Which, speaking of Stuttering John, I saw some of that drama. He's saying Neil Brennan's going to do his podcast. I promise, I will bet all my baseball cards, Neil Brennan will never do Stuttering John's podcast. I promise you.
He says he's having him on Saturday, so if you can get him for tomorrow's BS show, Ray, you'll be a hero to the network.
Neil, I promise you, Neil Brennan. I used to be friends with Neil Brennan, but yeah, there's one thing Kevin's right about. He is like. He's not doing any podcasts in this Dabbleverse. I promise you. I promise you. Someone that used to be pretty decent friends with him, at least friends enough where I would drive him home after shows at the Boston Comedy Club. But yeah, I promise you, he's not doing any shows in this Dabbleverse. It's a fact.
Least of all, not Stuttering John's.
Yeah, there's no way he's doing it. So Stuttering John. Can we bet on that? Can you bet on that on FanDuel? I don't think so. That would be great because everything's legal now to bet on. I would put all my money that he's not going to be there. So I promise you guys, he's not going to be there. All right, today I'll bring him my guest. Is she here, my guest, or no?
She is not.
Oh, she's not. Well, then I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep talking.
Vamp, Ray.
What's up?
Vamp.
What is that code for? What's that big show?
Shuli and them say it for stall or just talk to fill time. Oh, you've never heard that? How have I heard that and you haven't?
All I do, I think all I do is vamp. I think my name is Ray the Vamp.
New Ray the Vamp shirt coming soon to the Shuli Network.
Yeah, I am the Vamp. Then I think all people think I do is just talk with nothing going on. So my lost interest, have you talked with DOC? Is he still doing merch? I have not. I've reached out to DOC. He is gone from the internet. I believe last I talked to him, and this is before all the drama stuff, he's stepping out of the Dabbleverse. So the last I talked to him, he's stepping out of the Dabbleverse. All no voice thingies.
Those don't work on StreamYard, Carlos.
Oh, so when Melton does those are not on StreamYard?
No, Melton uses OBS.
That's one of those fancy words. What's OBS short for?
I think it's open broadcast software, but it's another tool that lets you do a lot more of the cool stuff that we've been trying out. Your guest is here, by the way.
Oh, she is here. And KB say, no, I swear, I hope Drunk on Cringe is all right, but no, I do not think he is going to. I don't think he cares that much of the Dabbleverse where it would have affected him that much. That no, he's a talented dude. Look at the videos he edited for me before, like those Mark Norman videos. He's a talented dude. And I would like to see, Joe, this is where I'm coming from. I would like to see you guys all get along and he could do amazing things. That's what I would like to see. I would like to see that. Obviously that's not in my hands, but that's what I would like to see peace. That's what I want. Peace, I tell you, peace. Peace in the Dabbleverse.
Right.
We just want peace. Speaking of peace, let's a peaceful welcome to my guest, the fabulous Maureen Langan.
Oh, I thought you were going to call me like a piece of,
Oh, a piece of ace.
How are you, Ray?
I'm doing good. How are you, Maureen?
Thanks for having me on your show.
Thanks for doing it. I
called bad words by people who love you.
Oh, that's me. I'm going to call you bad words.
Oh, that's all right. You.
Yeah. I call, and that's producer Joe. He might call you some bad words.
Hi, producer Joe. How are you, darling?
Hi, Maureen. I'm well, thanks.
Yeah, you are.
Carlos Danger. Hi, Ray. Weirdest place you've ever taken a dump?
This lady's been on the screen for 2 seconds.
I gotta go. I said to Ray, I'm not doing a bro show. I want to hang with you because I like you and you're a cool guy. I think maybe were you the guy on the plane the other day with the diarrhea situation where the plane had to turn around? Was that you, Ray?
No, but I've never done it in anything but a toilet. So there we go. AI Ray. I always get in trouble at the gym when I try to interact with women normally. It's like they're training for the Dodge the Guy Olympics. I will talk about that AI, right? AI Ray. So here's what happened yesterday, Maureen. I was talking about this on a podcast. So I ride the bike. I do the Peloton bike right now because I hurt my knee from actually riding the Peloton bike. So maybe I should. But I couldn't run for a while because I had a broken toe. So I started doing the Peloton bike. But I look at the bike to count my calories to see what's going on because I try to do like 500, 600. A new addition to the women of Rock Bottom. Yes, my lost interest. She's a new addition. She is a woman. He's calling you a woman. That's a compliment.
Of Rock Bottom? Is this what? Am I going to be insulted the entire show? Is this what's going
No, you're not. You're not going to be insulted.
Because you guys, I'm here because I like Ray and I want to connect with Ray and nice people who watch Ray.
Yeah. So I'm on the Peloton bike. I'm sweating like crazy. I sweat.
That's what people do. They sweat.
And there's a girl, and she's like decent looking.
Yeah.
She's maybe like 26-ish or so. She's a good-looking girl. She's on the Peloton bike too. She looks like she takes her fitness kind of, but she's looking at the calories, and then she's wearing one of those eye watches. So she's looking at her eye watch or whatever. So she gets done with the bike, and then when I get done with the bike, like I do it like 15 minutes longer than she did or whatever. And then when I see her over by like the lockers, I'm buying a Gatorade, and the lockers, not the locker room, but the lockers that are like in the. And I ask her, I go, hey, and I'm all sweaty. I haven't even, and I go, hey, and I asked her about the iWatch, the calories are the same on that as it is on the bike. And she's like, what? And I was like, no. And she's like walking away as soon as I started talking to her. Like she was just standing there fooling around with her. And then as soon as I started talking, she's like immediately like walking away. What? And I go, no, are the calories, like I'm like, maybe she's not understanding me. So I'm like, are the calories the same on the watch? I swear to God, Marie, I didn't say anything, but I wanted to. I want to be like, listen, I was asking you about the iWatch. I didn't ask like.
I know, it's so weird, right?
Yeah, it's like I didn't ask to see the tampon you just used or something. You didn't have to react like
Ray.
that.
Very good. That was disgusting, Ray.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say, and
That would have been funny, though. That would have been really funny.
Well, I was gonna say, I was like, listen, I was asking about your iWatch. I wasn't gonna ask.
You got toxic shock syndrome, lady. What's going on with your attitude? Take the tampon out.
Yeah, if I see her again today, I'm gonna be like, listen, I was just asking about the watch. I don't know.
No, you say Maureen told me to tell you.
What do you want me to say to her next time I see her? If I see her again,
Nothing. Just don't even talk to her. Don't talk to her. Let it go. All you're asking is if the watch is accurate. If you find the machine do you find that the calorie count is in sync with the machine?
That's all I wanted to know, because then that would let me know that they're like kind of know something
around her, but don't look at her. Ask somebody else. Do you wear an iWatch? And if so, do you find that the calorie count is in sync with what you find on the machine? I've been asking people around the gym this, and I'm just wondering what their take is.
Yeah. You know what? Here's another thing I was going to do. If I see her again with the iWatch, I'm like, listen, I asked this lady a few days ago about an iWatch of and she got weird as shit. Like I asked her to see her tampon. Do you believe what a fucking weird lady that is? Even though I know it's the same lady. I'm going to play it like I don't know that she's the same lady.
Well, that's great, because that'll make you come across really sane. That'll be great.
Yeah, I'm going to act like it wasn't her I was talking to. I'm like, yeah, this one lady
doubling down. She's like, he's doubling down on crazy. You will never be allowed in that gym again. That's all.
That's why I didn't say anything. I put that insult in my pocket because I don't know if you have.
So much, though. I mean, it would bother me because it's rude and it's dismissive, and your intent was different than she's taking it, but it seems to really bug you.
Yeah, it did bug me. But because I got an argument once with some kids at a bar here or whatever. I forget what the dude was all about, but then and he was a lot bigger than me. He could have beat me up or whatever. But then his girlfriend or whatever, like, got in the middle or something. She's like, you're old. Why are you here? Like, she's like 20, 23. It's like, you're over 40. Why are you here? Why are you here? And I go, oh, you're 23? I go, how are you 23? And then you're the only one metabolism doesn't work for. I like, how come
my God.
Yeah. I go, how are you 23 and you have the body shape of Grimace? Because she looked like Grimace.
Oh my God. I don't like body shaming, but I like quick comebacks. I do actually like body shaming, but you're not allowed to do it anymore. Like, I like shaming everyone. Like, I go to Planet Fitness and I look around and I know it's a judgment-free zone, but I can't stop judging. I just I'm so judgmental. But you can't say the things you really think.
She cried, Maureen. I felt horrible.
Oh, there was more. Oh, you made her cry.
She started crying.
Cry like a grimace. Cry like a grimace.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry they canceled your milkshake. No. So I ended up buying her other friend, who I called her Eskimo face because she has a face like an Eskimo. I called her Eskimo face. And the dude that could have easily beat me up that was with him, I bought all three of them a round of drinks just because I felt so bad.
Well, that was decent, though.
The girls started crying. So, like, now I'm afraid. I don't want to insult people that deserve to be insulted because they can't. Because we're comedians. We only know how to be mean and truthful and how to, like, hurt. You know?
We have to get you buying drinks for women you want to hit on, not women you've made cry, Ray.
Yeah, I got her wet. I made her cry. I got her wet. I definitely got her wet.
So where was this bar that you're the, like, old creepy guy at? Where is this?
Oh, it's literally like down the street from where I stay, which I'm not going to
stay. Any bar he goes to.
Yeah, any bar I go to. It's
that's hilarious, Joe. Do I know Joe? Have I ever met Joe? I like
no.
Joe.
He can come on camera if he wants. He's a handsome guy. He's known for. Oh, now he's being a spider. It's not him.
Yeah,
he's playing games with us.
Playing games, Joe. I was sincere.
He's known for pistol whipping old people. There he is.
Hey, Joe, let me check out Joe.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe. What are you doing hanging out with some old people, which is what we get called now? This is the new thing, right, Ray?
I'm pretty old. I also live in Florida, so I'm surrounded by old people.
Oh, well, I don't like to put us in that category, if you don't mind. I mean, like, we'll wait a while. Nice to meet you, Joe. Where in Florida are you?
By Cape Canaveral.
All right.
Near Melbourne.
Yeah, that always reminds me of I Dream of Jeannie, Cape Canaveral. That was a show from my childhood.
Yeah, I remember she was hot too.
Oh yeah, and she lived in a bottle.
She was hotter than the Bewitched, the lady that did the nose thing.
Oh yeah, Bewitched was cute. Like she was not marketed as sexy. She was marketed as cute.
Yeah, but I Dream of Jeannie was hot.
I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah, I Dream of Jeannie was hot. Mikey Newport.
I wanted to ask you, do you find, because you were saying that woman said, bye, Joe, that woman dismissed you. She was like, well, what are you doing here? You're old. I've only noticed, not that, listen, we're aging every day, but I've noticed an uptick in the last 6 months of people who feel fine dismissing me like that.
Oh, yeah, I don't. Well, first of all, like, well, that's the thing, too. Like, she's 23. When I was 23, I just got my MBA, and I got a job working at Citigroup. Like, she's drinks every night. I see her there. There's a reason why she's overweight. She's there every night. And I apologized to her and I bought her drinks. Everything's fine. But it was, I did hurt her feelings pretty bad. Mikey Newport says, sigh. Good afternoon, Ray. At least there's a pretty woman on. There you go, Mikey Newport. You got to put your glasses on to read it. I like how you can't take your glasses off when the compliments. That's how you deal with it. Keep your glasses off. You can't see the insults.
I know. Well, I don't know if he's referencing me. He might have somebody else up on his screen, but I say thank you nonetheless.
Leo, yeah, he meant you. Leo Gunn, who's a good egg. Ray should hire this nice lady as his life coach.
Yeah,
in fairness, that could apply to anyone.
Sorry, Joe?
That could apply to anyone, though. Any woman could be Ray's life coach.
Right. And listen, I'm not, he says the nice lady. Wait till you see the dark side of Langan.
Yeah, so tell me about what's happening with you. You told me that people are being mean to you. What's
Oh no. You know what it is? I did America's Got Talent. And I did the first round. The first show aired on the end of June. And then I went to the semifinals, and that aired on August 22nd. But June 20th or 22nd, that was my first show. And that was really a slam dunk. It was great. I humbly say that. It was a great experience, and it went well. The second one, went very well, but now you're going after people who are putting their parents up in flames, like some guy was lighting his mom on fire. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. How do you do that?
Shit, I could have done that. I could have lit my mom on fire.
Yeah, I'm not joking. And listen.
It's like I would have been like, listen, she's in hospice anyway. She's gonna go in a few weeks. Let's give me some airtime on this. Come on, let's light her on fire.
Oh my God! But and I want to be respectful to the man who ignited his mom. She wanted to be ignited. It's part of their act. She's older now. She has cancer. So it kind of like what you're talking about. How much longer does she have to live? But very nice people. It's just, going on 9th out of 11 after they've seen circus shows all night, and then you're the comedian.
Right.
But it was a great experience. But what my point being is, people are wonderful and they're supportive, and the comedy community has been so great. And then people, you don't know them. Now this is out there at a level that my comedy hasn't been, and how evil people can be. Like,
oh yeah. What are you talking about? You just did Brennan's podcast. You're on this podcast. Don't read all the comments. Don't read all of them.
But people are really you just think, and then you got to realize there's so much disassociation from who I am as a person, and I have to project that onto them that I don't know them. I have to. They don't know me. But just it's interesting. You feel vulnerable and protective, and you're like, oh, I want to get away from everybody. I'm just going to hang out with Ray DeVito. So it's weird, the comments, and people. The old thing is if. That's a very interesting thing. That hasn't happened a lot, but it's happened enough. Oh, one person goes, oh, I really like the older lady.
I like the old lady.
I like the old lady. And then somebody else was like, oh, she's old, get her off of there. And then you're thinking, what is happening? Like every single person with what the help of God, as my Irish mother would say, is going to be my age, your age, their age. Like they're like.
And that's if things go well.
Yeah.
That's if things go well.
Right. We hope Grimace will get there. We don't know. We hope.
she might get there with only 1 foot. I don't know. Might only be 1 foot. But hopefully she'll get there.
I hope so. But my point being is it's a very interesting thing to watch because it's just so weird. It's just weird because every day happens to you and you're happy for another day in life. But we're all going to get to an age that we're mocking. It's a very interesting thing.
Yeah, but I noticed what do you call it? Like that situation, the girl calling me old is only because that's all she has. See what I'm saying? Like, remember when you were a kid, you thought anybody over the age of 30 was old.
Right.
Yeah,
and
like
we're in comedy, so it's still true.
yeah. But I mean, that's just the way you think. Like, sometimes I forget, like, how old I am. Like, oh my God, like this ride's half over, you know? And then I think of it, at first I get depressed, like, wow, my life's more than half over. And then I think about it, I was like, oh, awesome. This is almost over. This is like
Ray, half
That's
over
great.
if you live to 94.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I would have to be, but yeah, it's more than half over. That's what I'm saying. It's like 2/3
well, more
over.
than half.
Yeah.
But I don't even care for that. I just want to take them and like throw them up against the wall and go, look, you little piece of crap. You know, I can chew you up and spit you out. I'll tell you this.
No, I can make them cry. You can make them cry. You can actually do insults that are going to hit their fucking soul that they got to take home with them and think about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're going to take that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the one thing about doing comedy. You can really hurt someone with your word without being vulgar, just being truthful.
See, that's good, Ray. I like the way you think. There was a guy who messaged me because I was on a show, and apparently he didn't like me. He goes, oh, thanks for putting me to sleep. And I go, sorry you didn't wake up. I said, sorry you woke up, rather.
There you go.
Hey, you put me to sleep. I'm sorry you woke up. So anyway, I should have talked at him longer. So, Ray, you got an MBA?
Yeah, you want it?
Maybe. So what happened?
What happened? I don't know.
How did you get into that room? How did you get in that room?
This room? Then I'm gonna leave. I got like another month or two here.
Oh yeah. So I want to know how do you use your MBA? Did you use it?
I did.
In this moment?
I did at the beginning, and then I was working in finance, but then I didn't care. I moved to New York City. New York City, Cleveland, Ohio. And I was already doing comedy. I actually went to get an MBA because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to start doing comedy, so I started like going to open mics, and then I would like go to school just to like keep my parents happy. Yeah. So I went and I got my MBA from Cleveland State, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I like started liking comedy. I wanted to do comedy, and then I started traveling doing comedy, and then eventually moved to New York City because of Jesse Joyce. And then he did this podcast last week. And then that's when I moved to New York City, and then I was working in finance there, and then I just just stuck with comedy. I started writing some stuff for AOL had a website, Asylum, then Comedy Central had Adam TV, and I just started like writing, then some stuff for MTV's Guy Code. I just started doing writing gigs, and I just
cool.
So I didn't I wouldn't even know. If you gave me a financial calculator right now, I couldn't even tell you.
Well, let me ask you this then.
I know NPV stands for net present value. That's all I know. I know nothing else anymore.
Well, you know, if you stayed in an MBA could mean I got a hot chick, but you know, things have changed.
Yeah. Mikey Newport says that compliment was for you old sweet pretty dame. Mikey Newport likes you.
Oh, I love you. We're in love now, you dame. I like dame, broad, not anything but the C word. I had a comedy. You want to hear a comedy story? I went to the comic strip. And I always say hello to the MC, let them know I'm here. Yeah, I'm professional.
So DB Swindler, or whatever his name is. DB. He's always the dude I'm seeing whenever I'm there.
Well,
DF.
I took my second comedy class with him, and I couldn't go up. I was like, I can't do this material that he's focusing me on.
Because he gave you the jokes, and you're like, it's good, dude. I'm good. I don't need
the stuff I wanted to do, nah. And then the stuff I thought was hacky, he was like, yeah, that'll work. I'm like, I can't go up. I wouldn't go up. At least I had integrity. So I walk in. It wasn't him. It was actually a comic of color. So this is kind of surprising that you would think somebody would have empathy.
Wow, we call them African Americans. We don't call them we don't call them, would you say color? Person of color. You turned off your mic.
I said, you don't know what color he was. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I walk in. I said to the MC, hi, I'm
person of color. You could say their ethnicity. It's fine.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to keep it a little, evasive, so you don't know who I'm talking about. That's what I'm doing.
Like what? Like there's only one black guy in comedy in New York City?
How do you
Was
always
it Sherrod Small?
to be a brown guy?
Brown guy.
You
All
understand?
right.
You're deciding all people of color are black. That's wrong. That's limited thinking, Ray. Thank God I'm here again, life coach. I help people. So this person, let's just say a person, says to me, "Oh, you're on next. I'm surprised they put 2 C's on in a row."
Oh, so that's why.
You have no idea what I wanted to say back because not to be truthful, just to be hurtful back. You want to use words to hurt each other, but I thought that, and it was in front of all the guys, so he was doing that kind of cool guy thing, and they weren't my friends or my crowd. Just walked right by, and then when he brings me up, goes, "How do you want to be brought up?" I go, "Comedian, anything but the other C word, if you don't mind." So a year goes by, I run into him on the streets of Manhattan, and he goes, "Hey, how come when you see me, you never talk to me?" And I'm friendly, right? So I go, "Oh, because you call me the C word." And he goes, "I would never do that." I go, "This may be hard for you to comprehend, but I haven't been called it often, so I tend to remember the 2 times it's happened."
Once on a podcast and a super chat.
No, now it's 3. Now it's 3 times. Now it's 3. Oh, I'm sure people call it behind your back, but usually, no. I like hanging out with guys who have a little bit more class than that. That's all. Like yourself, Ray.
Yeah. What year was this?
Gosh, it was a long time ago. Like over 10 years. He's dead, so we'll talk about it later.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you could text me who the guy's name.
I don't want to. You know what? Because I want him to rest in peace. I bet he was a good guy. And I really feel like
was it Todd Lynn?
Oh God, no. But I'm not going to say who it is. I thought Todd Lynn
was a jerk. He was a jerk.
Well, I didn't get to know him personally. I thought he was brilliant. I loved his. This guy had a master's in English, but I think he would downplay it to then just like smash it in your face, which I loved. Very bright guy. Really bright guy.
I had my first JFL audition at Stand Up New York. He brings me on stage. He goes, "Here's another white guy. So he's gonna suck."
Oh, all right. That wasn't okay.
At my Montreal audition.
All right.
He fucking threw every comic under the bus on that showcase.
Not cool.
That's not why you suck, right?
Yeah,
right.
No, he's right. That's not why I suck. But everybody,
right.
And the first thing I said when I went on stage, I go, "All right, well, at least he got the intro exactly the way I wanted him to say it."
Did you say that?
Yeah, and it got nothing because he already ruined the room. Because, yeah, I know.
I don't like that. That's too bad.
He ruined the entire crowd for the whole show. Nobody got laughs.
Well,
nobody got laughs.
Well,
he threw everyone under the bus. That guy was an asshole.
Were they all white guys? Maybe that's what the problem was. Maybe he was right. I'm kidding.
No, it's common legend that he was a jerk to everybody.
Listen, I didn't have that experience. I didn't know him that well. All I did was see his.
I didn't know him that well either. That's my experience with him.
Oh, well, okay, I get it. Listen, I've had experiences with some people that people love, and I'm like, all right, well, good luck to you.
Patrice O'Neill would be mean to you, but at least he'd be funny when he was being mean to you. Todd Lynn would just be mean to be mean. There's no jokes with it.
Yeah.
I didn't like that guy. I mean, I'm sorry he's dead. I don't wish him dead, but yeah, that guy was an asshole.
I'm sorry that happened. That sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I have opinions on some people. But
there's a lot of people that think he was an asshole. He was a jerk for whatever reason.
I hear you. I'm not negating that. I hear you. I'm just telling you, I thought he was really bright and really smart, and I liked his.
Well, I didn't see that side of him.
All right. Well,
I didn't see that side of him.
He didn't set you up for success, which is unfortunate. And like Joe said, the people could have decided on their own if you sucked. He could have figured it out.
Yeah, they could have figured it out on their own.
It's like let it be a cliffhanger. He didn't have to.
It becomes obvious pretty quick into his act.
Ouch, Joe. Ouch, man.
So hurtful. So hurtful, Joe.
I'm putting up a clip a week on my special for everybody at youtube.com/RAYDEVI. I just put up another clip yesterday. Both clips are over 1,000 views, which is good for me. I know other people put there because I don't do much on that channel. But yeah, I put up the first 2. So 10 clips, 10 3.5-minute clips going up of my act. And I put up the second one yesterday. So there's something to check out. I'll do that plug at the end of the. Why am I doing my plugs in the middle of the show?
Oh, right. Are you also putting them up on Instagram, like short ones, 15 to 30-second clips? Those
Yeah.
are good. 2 minute. Those get a lot of hits.
Yeah, I put those up. Those.
So how much work are you getting doing comedy? Are you traveling a lot? Are you staying put? Are you writing? When you said you wrote for AOL, I thought AOC. I'm like, oh, that must be fun.
No, I met her. I met her at a bar once, Snowdonia in Astoria. She's a very nice lady. For a little,
is that a bar? What
it's a bar. It's a bar in Astoria, Queens. For a little lady, she could put down some pints. I think she had like 3 or 4.
She's not the one who said, "Get away from me, you old guy." That wasn't her, was it?
No, she was very nice.
Sure.
There's a picture of her and me on my Instagram from Leo Gunn says, "Gonna take you up on your bet, Ray. So if Neil does Stut Joe's show this Saturday, I want your Piazza rookie." Truthfully, there's no way he's showing up on that. I promise you. I promise you. Mikey Newport, send me a fax, you old dame. Yeah, what's your fax number?
All right, that was funny. I like that.
Yeah, no. Next week I will be in these podcast things. I'll be at WATP in Detroit doing some podcasts with Obnoxious John and Kinky Loco, El Horrible, and none of these people. It's this podcast world.
Yeah, what's going on in the podcast world? I was a broadcaster for years before everybody became a podcaster. And what's like everybody knows everybody else's podcasts and they get mad at each other. Is that true? Is that
yes? It's wars. These are wars, Maureen. We're at war with who I have no idea, but I am at war. I am at war. This is a battlefield.
Angry podcasters out there.
Yes.
What is going on? I don't know. So you'll go. Tell me what's going to happen. You go to these podcast thing in where, the Midwest, you say?
Detroit.
And what will you do there? What will happen?
I just know I'm doing podcasts. I have no idea.
Are you going to be a guest, or you're doing your podcast from there?
I'm doing. It's a bunch of podcasts now. At the event, I don't know if I'm doing anything at the event.
What's the event?
I have no idea. I haven't gone, Maureen. I don't know. This is new to me.
Why are you going?
Because I was invited.
All right.
So I'm going.
Right. I can hear her panties getting drier by the second.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. I just know I have a hotel room and I'm doing a bunch of podcasts. I'll probably do a spot Thursday, either at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle or One Night Stands, the 2 comedy clubs I know there, just to like do a spot. But I mean, other than that, I'll be podcasting with these guys doing their podcasts. I'm sure I'll have them on my podcast, and it'll be whatever. It'll be fun.
It'll be good, ladies. Ray has a hotel room in Detroit. He doesn't know why he's there, but he has a hotel room in Detroit. There, I just set you up, Ray. There you go.
There you go. They're going to be lining up. I will be bringing my laundry basket. They think it's weird I travel with the laundry basket, Maureen.
Oh, you travel with why? It's a little weird. A basket?
Yeah, if I'm driving, I have a laundry basket. Keeps all my clothes.
What
keeps
about
my
a bag or a
laptop.
suitcase? Oh.
No, why do I want that? A laundry basket, I get to see all my stuff. It's all right there.
Well, and
You're
finish
joking.
the story. We also carry it into a hotel like the Borgata, like we're some homeless person with a laundry basket.
Yeah, people think I went to the front desk and checked. No, I check in like a normal person at a hotel. But then when I go to my car and go to the room, I bring my laundry basket up. How else am I gonna? What am I supposed to hide the laundry basket? Yes.
Why don't you have a suitcase, a little one on wheels?
No, first of all,
Ray, why don't you?
Well, you know what? I actually do have a suitcase, and my roommate has to buy me a new one because he has 4 cats, and they sleep on it. So I'm never touching that suitcase again. It's just like covered in cat hair. So that suitcase is done. So I'll borrow my sister's suitcase if I'm going to need a suitcase, but that was my suitcase. But even then, no, unless I'm flying, I just put it. And I also, when I fly, just carry-ons. You're an asshole if you check bags.
Here's the deal, Ray.
Just a carry-on.
The best thing that woman ever did at the gym was walk away from you.
Wow, Maureen.
I'm joking. I have 3 brothers, so I also have 2 sisters as well. But
yes, you're Irish. You have 3 of them that all went to school with you. You're all 6 months apart. Somehow your mom got pregnant while she was pregnant. That's how fertile the Irish women are.
Almost.
Mikey Newport, lose the 0 and be with the hero. I have 2 laundry baskets, he says.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I've just meant like if she hooked up with you and you got connected with the bike and the timer, and then she comes and sees that the roommate has a suitcase with hair and that you have a basket and you're going to the Borgata with a basket, she might be like, wow, what I get myself into.
No,
okay,
well,
now tell her about the pink blanket.
Yeah,
you have a huggy blanket for security?
No. I one super chat we did miss. Templated converters. Maureen's take on the laundry basket war. That's what we're into. So we're covering this.
He has a pink blanket that he got from his niece. It's like a little princess blanket.
Yeah.
And that is what he travels with and sleeps with at hotels. So imagine this pink blanket now sticking out of the top of this laundry basket.
Oh my God, Ray, you were deranged.
Yeah.
What has happened to you? It's hilarious.
I'm fine with if I'm staying at a hotel, I don't bring the pink blanket in. Usually I just did that one time because Teamster Tim had the pull out. What do you call it? I didn't go to the front desk to get sheets. What do you call it? A pull out? He had a suite that had the pull out where the couch pulls out. No, it wasn't a bed. It's a pull out, a couch pull out.
A sofa bed.
Yeah, so it's a sofa bed, but they don't have blankets and stuff there. So, it turns out they did. I didn't know, so I just got my pink blanket out from the trunk.
Why do you travel with your niece's pink blanket? And do you wear underoos? What is going on? Why do you travel with
I don't think underoos exist anymore. Remember they used to be in that envelope? They'd come in like some big UPS. You knew exactly what underoos were.
Yeah, but I never ordered them. I just saw them on TV. But why do you travel with your niece's pink blanket? Seriously, honest to God.
I will. Mikey Newport. That's why I call it rock bottom. I get it now. Thank you, and thank you, Norm, for being a new member.
Don't avoid the question, Ray.
Because I do like the loony binge. You're at a condo. Like a lot of comedy clubs have condos.
Yeah.
And then also when I'm in New York, I crash at my buddy's place. I give him money to crash there for the week when I'm in NYC, and I bring my own blanket. Yeah, but when I moved back to Ohio, that was my niece's blanket. It was her old blanket. So, she's like an adult now, so she hasn't used it.
So she doesn't use it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I have a nicer, what do you call it? A nicer comforter, but it's huge. It's heavy and huge. This is like a light.
Is this like a blankie that you hold with a binky, or is this like a full human blanket that you put on a bed? It's
like a light comforter. It's a light comforter. I mean, I'm looking at it. I can easily grab it. I don't know.
Yeah, go get the pink blanket. I gotta
get the pink blanket.
Do it. Get the pink blanket. We'll be right here.
The pinky blankie is Ray's wubby. Truthfully. All right, I'll go.
Go get the blanket.
This is insanity, right? Have you
ever? Joe, how long have you two been working together? Is that his collection? Oh, his
those
dog
are his
collection?
toys. Yep. Since February, I guess.
Is he living? Where's he living with his parents? What's happening with Ray?
He lives with a roommate.
Yeah.
The best is when the roommate works in the morning, so Ray will go live at 11 o'clock at night and have to whisper.
There you go.
Oh,
there it is. It's a comforter, but it's a light comforter. No, it's not like heavy.
Oh, Ray, that's lovely. I thought you were going to wrap it around yourself. Ray, let's talk about you. Where are you living now?
I'm in Ohio right now.
Is that near where you grew up, or no? You grew up
in Cleveland. No.
Oh, you grew up in Cleveland. How far are you from Cleveland?
10 minutes.
All right, and is that?
I might be moving back to Cleveland. Well, I was gonna I have options. I could get a studio apartment, but I'm on the road a bunch. I don't want to leave my stuff unattended. So I would like to have a roommate. So I got a few options of where I can move next.
Right. You don't want to leave that blanket alone. You definitely don't want to,
No, I take the blanket with me. The blanket will not be. Yeah.
Well, there won't be a lot to lose. But is that your modern furniture behind you in your doll collection?
No, that's the guy who I stay with. That's his dresser. So I will have to I do have a dresser. It's at my sister's place, but I do have a dresser. But
all right. So You don't live in New York anymore, so that's sad.
No, I still live in. I'm there like about 2 weeks a month.
Oh well, that's good. So what have you been following in the news? Anything?
Yeah, let's get into some news stories. I got that. Easy123 says she may be the correct co-host for Ray. All right.
I was actually just thinking that, Ray. I really was.
Why?
I don't know. Easy123 likes you. You know who else likes you? I think we. Where did he go?
First, Mikey Newport, you're talking about. For starters, you're very funny, and that's like the top reason probably. But also, it's just that you don't know Ray as well as the rest of us do. So I think it's very entertaining watching you suss this out in real time. Yeah. It certainly has been for me, and I think Easy123 agrees.
Good.
Yeah, and Mikey Newport definitely likes you. He's a big fan of you.
Mikey Newport.
Your old dame.
Show Ray the money. That's what I want. Show Ray the money, baby. All right. So,
what's going on in the news? I got a news story for you.
Hold on. Yeah, start. I'm listening.
Yeah, what's that cracking? Is joke?
Me?
I'm guessing she has a Mac.
What happened? What's the matter?
Do you have a Mac?
Yeah.
Their microphone. I don't know if it's the USBs on them or what.
I'm on my Yeti. Let me double check the
I don't think you're on your Yeti. It sounds like it's coming in through your Mac, but you got to hit external.
Yeah, no, I know what to do.
Oh, look at that. She's like, I'm not that old.
She's got this.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, for the love of
Ray,
God.
she's probably younger than you.
Yeah.
Probably is. But I will say.
Yeah, no. The input is the Yeti. Yeah, I'm using the Yeti. Mm-hmm.
I think it just went away.
Well, my input is the Yeti mic. You know, I was a professional broadcaster for like friggin' 15 years. Nobody knows this. I mean,
tell us about that. Let's get into that. Where were you professionally broadcasting?
Well, I was a broadcaster before I became a comedian. I was a political reporter at public television, and then
Where
I went to Bloomberg. Public television, New York and New Jersey, WNET. I would do, and Philadelphia. I would do documentaries, on political documentaries, and then like issues like banking.
Like what did Bruce Springsteen eat for lunch today?
Oh my God, I love him. I wish that were it.
I'm here for it. Mikey Newport's a giant fan of yours. I like how you take off your glasses when the compliments come on the screen, so you can't see them.
I didn't know he was going to compliment me.
But then again, every time you take your glasses off, Mikey Newport comes to life for you. So maybe he prefers you without your glasses on.
Connor has a suggestion for her audio issue here.
For audio, wow, Connor. And he's wearing my fans see the shirt he's wearing, Maureen? You're going to have to put your glasses on to see that.
Now we have lost her microphone.
No, you didn't. I accidentally hit mute. Sorry. That was my problem. Sorry. All right. So look at my sign. He who laughs last thinks slowest. Are you seeing that? That's a good sign in the back.
Yeah, I can't really read it.
Well, I'm reading it to you. He who laughs last thinks slowest. I like that. Obviously, you're one of the thinks slowest. But
Jesus Christ.
I like to play with him. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't tease you. All right. So yes, I worked for public television, did like heady documentary stuff, banking deregulation, its impact on the consumer. I mean, crazy stuff. And then I went to work, and then I was doing comedy at night, like in little comedy groups and troops and all that in Montclair, New Jersey. Got hired by Bloomberg Television and Radio back in the day when he just first bought a radio station in New York. And then he branched off into television. And he said, Langan, everybody's doing straight news then. It wasn't just a business channel. It was heavy business, but regular news too. And he said, Langan's the only one with a sense of humor. Do you want to develop your own beat? So for 7 years, I did celebrity interviews, commentary, person on the street, and satirical world news. And then I left to do this crap.
Who's your biggest celebrity you got?
I would say Joan Rivers, John Cleese, and George Carlin.
That's not bad. That's that's awesome.
Yeah, in the comedy world, yeah. I got Martin Short, but he was an ass to me.
Was he really? I love Martin Short.
Yeah, he was an ass. I don't like him.
Was he being a character?
No, he was just like they had some tech problems, in the control room, and he just was so like, ugh, just like he wouldn't.
Was it said Jiminy Glick time?
I don't think so. I don't know. You know what? Bloomberg had such a big name and reputation, so we could get a lot of big names coming in. Cyndi Lauper, she was one of my favorites. Yeah, I got to interview a lot, and she was very down to earth, very real. I liked her. She talked about, being trying growing up in her family. I think she grew up in an alcoholic family, as did I. And it was just
who hasn't? You're Irish.
That's what I say. Who hasn't? Crimea River. I used to go to Al-Anon, but that sucked because nobody ever wanted to go out for a glass of wine afterwards.
What's Al-Anon? I don't know what Al-Anon is.
Oh, Al-Anon is a support group for families or members of people who are in alcoholic families. But you go to Ireland or England or Scotland, they're like, Al-Anon, why would you have the problem? You're not, who stops drinking to begin with? What's the problem? And why is it affecting you? You're not, anyway. Yeah, so I did that for 7 years, and it was great, and that's what I did.
Yeah, my grandfather was the only one that was definitely an alcoholic in my family. He died. He had Alzheimer's, but he was a jerk. He wasn't nice to me at all as a kid, and then he got Alzheimer's, and we go visit him in the home. And the cool thing about Alzheimer's is he forgot that he hated me. So he used to talk to me. I'm like, I never seen this side of him. My mom's crying. It's so sad to see my dad like this. I'm like, this is the nicest he's ever been. What are you talking about? He forgot that he fucking hated everybody.
You are such a nice guy. I know I tease you, but you're such a gentleman, and you really are a nice guy. And there's a lot of guy comics who are, and there's a lot who are jerks. Well, people in general, but there seems to be a disproportionate number in the comedy world. And I think the world of you. I like you, so that's why I teach you.
Yeah, I'm probably the alcoholic in the family now. I drink more than anyone else really in my family. So,
well, how much do you drink? Because I love my wine with my dinner.
If I'm trying to relax on the gout, maybe 4 times a week, but otherwise, 5. I purposely won't drink one or two days a week, but otherwise I'll drink. Well, because of the gout, I do wine, but because I haven't had flare-ups in a while, I'm back to the beer.
Ray, what are the 2 types of wine?
Red and
3.
white.
There's 3.
Okay.
There's red, pink, and clear.
Right.
You have gout?
Yeah.
What is gout?
It hurts.
1812? Your foot swells up? What happens?
Your toe.
Show her your toe, right?
No, my toe's fine now, but I had a broken toe because I ran on it before the crystals cleared up. But I would duct tape my toes together because I put the athletic tape on and it wasn't strong enough. My toe would still move.
Wait, you said you ran before what cleared up?
The crystals. Gout is these crystals from ulceric acid that build up in your toe, and it causes pain, and then it hurts like hell. But then when they start clearing up, one of the things that prevents gout is exercise. So I run all the time, and I went to run before they cleared up all the way, and I ended up breaking my toe. There were still crystals in my toe. All right.
What causes gout?
Beer.
Beer causes gout. Really?
Yeah, drinking causes gout. Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing.
What is it like? How do you know you first have it? What's the sign?
Oh, you just feel pain in your joint. Whatever joint. Usually it's in your toe. People get it in their knee, they get it other ways, but I get it in my toe.
Can it go away?
Eventually, but it hurts. When the flare-up happens, it hurts. I mean,
can it go away, or will you always have it and you might get flare-ups? Or will it go away?
I think I'm always at risk of getting flare-ups. So.
Oh, no, Ray. So you're there, you're dragging your leg through the gym with the crystals and the broken toe, and you see the woman, and like, hi. Does your clock and watch match the Peloton?
See, she gets it now.
Yeah.
And she's like, get the fuck away from me.
Jesus Christ. I like how the pink blanket and laundry basket has to be with me everywhere I go. I go to Panera's. I come in with my pink blanket and laundry basket.
Oh, right.
I see how it is.
So you make a living traipsing the country doing comedy?
Barely.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's crazy out there.
Yeah, it's not the funnest, but yeah, it is what it is. So we didn't even get into the news. You wanted news stories. I got Jimmy. So I saw Jimmy Buffett died. We all know that. He died the Sunday before Labor Day weekend, the last day of summer. So it's appropriate. He died on that day of skin cancer as well. But he had Paul McCartney He wanted Paul McCartney, and Paul McCartney went. I just heard that he wanted Paul McCartney to come sing to him, and that's what he asked for on his deathbed. And Paul McCartney actually picked up his shit and went and visited him and like sang him songs in his bed, which at first I thought that was ridiculous. Like but apparently like they were good friends. But I don't know. I think that was kind of like an asshole move. I just wanted. That's it, Joe. There's nothing to actually read in the article. I just wanted to. I just pull up the article to prove that there was an article.
He reads. He just wants people to know he reads.
Yeah. That he read the article. But Paul McCartney went to like. I thought that was kind of an asshole move on Jimmy Buffett's part. We all want Paul McCartney to come sing to us on our deathbed. like who does it?
I want Bruce, but you can have Paul. Paul's full of himself. I think Paul McCartney's full of himself, as my Irish mother would say. I think he's full of himself. He has a big head. He thinks a lot of himself.
Yeah. Well, he should. He's pretty fucking good.
I know.
Hey, Ray, when I'm on my death med, will you come do 8 minutes? It'll make it feel like an eternity.
Hey, producer Joe.
So that's a good bit. Okay, repeat it, Joe. I like it. Go ahead, say it.
Oh, dang it. I already forgot. Sorry.
You said if
he's on his deathbed, can I come and come do 8 minutes because it'll feel like an eternity.
And then that's how you believe in eternity, because Ray, that's how you know that life goes on. All right. There's something in that. I just think there's something good in that. Joe, you're good. Joe, are you a comedian, Joe, or you just hang out with Ray and do his podcast?
No.
He writes my jokes.
How'd you get involved in this nightmare? Okay, it's not a nightmare. Ray's a good guy. So tell me, Joe, what do you do?
I push buttons, mainly.
Well, just for an hour a day, or do you?
No.
He does a lot. He does produces Levy and Shuli and Mike Morris have like 3 podcasts on this network. He's a producer for those. He's Jim Florentine's producer. He produces a lot of podcasts, a lot of shit.
I produce a podcast with Joey Diaz.
Oh.
Well, Joey Diaz. I didn't know that you did one with Joey Diaz too. Nice.
What network is this?
The Shuli Network.
Oh,
Shuli used to. Yeah, he used to be Howard Stern's producer.
Yeah.
And we got all these awesome people hanging out here being nice. Mikey Newport, another compliment at Maureen. Maureen, pull out the typewriter and send me a letter via carrier pigeon, like the old days.
I will. I have my typewriter right over here. It's a 1926 or 46 that I got.
Talk in 4 weeks. Start typing. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like back in the day, like everyone got all the letters. Like John Wilkes Booth or somebody sent a death threat to Andrew Jackson, like mailed him a death threat. And they like traced down the guy or whatever. And it's like back in those days, like in 1812 or whenever the hell that was, like can't anyone just forge and write their own letter and like just send it to him and be like, you're dead. I'm going to come get you. And I can send it Maureen Langan and I can mail it to the president.
Langan.
But then they come, like they went and arrested this guy because he mailed a letter to the president saying he was going to assassinate him. And it's like, how do they know that that's the same dude? It just seems very weird.
They match quill pens. That's how. They look at the quill pen. That's how they know.
The quill pen?
That's what they wrote in quill pens. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I just thought that was insane that like the letters would get that. But back to my thing, if Jimmy Buffett wanted to put a singer on that would have been a great opportunity. If he would like, I want the lead singer of the Counting Crows to come sing me some songs, then everyone would be like, oh yeah, the guy from the Counting Crows wasn't that bad. Like he could like have brought someone's career up instead of being like Paul McCartney. Pick a band that's not as famous. Like want Alanis Morissette to come, and then now Alanis has got like another 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, give somebody who needs a leg up.
Yeah.
A leg up. Exactly.
So that was very selfish of the Cheeseburger in Paradise guy. That's all I'm saying. I thought that was very inconsiderate.
Inconsiderate is the word. I think inconsiderate.
Why didn't he hit me up? Like, I want Ray DeVito to come tell me some jokes. Then my name would be in the newspaper. I'm like, let's check out this Ray DeVito guy. So, Joe, I will take you up on that when you want that to happen. Let me know. And I hope it's not for a while. I want you to live a long life. I want everyone to live long lives. And
Ray, you're going to die 30 years before I do.
Probably, yeah.
Joe has a nice voice.
That might be the funniest thing she said yet.
No, you have a good voice. You had a nice the way you.
I do like seeing Maureen without the glasses on. Her
You
eyes
hear that,
get like
everybody
this,
in the chat? She said I
Yeah,
have
I
a
know.
nice voice.
her eyes get this small.
I'm tired. All right, what else have you been following in the news?
So you're in New Jersey, correct?
No, I'm in. Well, I live in Manhattan.
Oh, you
I'm
live in
now
Manhattan. All
in
right.
California right now, but I live in.
Oh, you see what's going on in New Jersey? They're looking for this this murderer who escaped from jail.
Yeah.
From prison, not jail, prison. Do you have that video, Joe? Like that 10-second clip? So this is how he escaped. They just put out the video of how he escaped. At the 10-second mark. I guess you can just play the whole thing, but it starts like 10 seconds.
Conte enters its second week.
We're committed
to escape, describing how he scaled a wall before pushing his way through razor wire.
You guys have had access to this video. You saw this. Why did it take so long to alert the public?
That's how it's shown. Like, did you see him do that? He crab walked through.
He's only 5 foot tall. So maybe it was. I wonder if it was easier for him to crab walk, seriously, because he's only 5 foot tall.
Dude, that seems like that would be tough as hell. I wouldn't be able to do that. Are you in physical shape enough to be able to do that? I would not be able to do that.
Well, I could do that, but I'm saying that
you can do that. There's no way you can do that. I promise you. All right, let's put some money on this.
She looks pretty fit, right?
Why do you think my hair's like this? How many razor wires I've gone through after crab walking?
That's how you get out of dudes' apartments in the middle of the night. Just kind of crab walk out the.
So many dudes' apartments. That's me, Langan, making the rounds, carrying my typewriter with me, heading over to apartments.
I look how you take the glasses. Those glasses couldn't be any bigger either.
Don't come at me. I come at you.
You look like my 8-year-old niece with these giant. Like one day you're gonna grow into those. Grow into those glasses. My lost interest. Quote the show. What is wrong with you, Ray? Ouch. Jesus, my lost interest.
Did I say that? I think I've said that a few times, maybe.
I had a line for that when she said it, but I was laughing too damn hard to get it out.
That's what is wrong with you, Ray. That's good.
But the dude's been spotted like 4 times, but they haven't caught him.
Well, they went to grab. He's he's so identifiable because of his height or lack thereof. I mean, being 5 foot tall, it's going to be very hard for him unless he gets cross dresses to get away. Seriously, I thought if he started to dress like a woman. Sometimes I like when people escape. Like I love like that kind of like Shawshank Redemption stuff. And so I'm like, oh, I want them to escape and be and like never be found and have. But then I read what he did, and I really he stabbed his.
Seems like a bad dude. That's why I don't think you put people in like you say to them. You're in life for prison, but every 5 years you get a chance for parole. So at least it gives them some hope so they don't try to escape. See what I'm saying?
I hear you, but he stabbed his ex-partner or wife 38, 39 times in front of her 2 young children. That is insane. Insane.
Who counts? It's like 17, 18, 19, 24. 25.
What is wrong with you, Ray?
Jesus, who's counting? It's like, we don't have to count everyone. Mikey Newport, say one more bad word about her, and I'm leaving.
Don't leave me, Mikey. I need you. I need you to counterbalance the evil.
But I don't. Yeah, you don't do that where there's no chance of parole. You can keep them in there for life, but you got to pretend like there's a hope he can get out. So he doesn't crab walk and stab more people.
Remember Spider-Man was on before when we asked for Joe. Spider-Man, maybe that was him. That could be him. He could be listening to this podcast. There he is. There he is.
I still don't know who that Spider-Man guy is. He's a guy that shows up on this guy Joey C's podcast. Does he even talk, Joe? Is that the thing? Or he just shows up and looks like Spider-Man?
He talks a little bit.
Does he?
It does. Is that AI Shuli or is that actually Shuli?
No, that's actually Shuli. It's just a little loop.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Your microphone is cracking up.
Mine?
No, Joe's.
Probably because I have a tiny shit open over here.
Right. But yeah, so we don't need Spider-Man anymore. Yeah, you think he crab walks after every crime? Like every time that's his finishing move, like he's a wrestler. Like after he
That's how he got all the chicks. Like they know that he stabs people, but he's so cute when he crab walks, so they forgive him. Such a cute crab walker.
So what do you think? So you think it's a good thing that he's on the loose? Also, they keep raising the award. It started out as a $10,000 reward for capturing the guy. Now it's up to $20,000. So here's what I would do. If I captured the guy, I don't know how I'm going to capture the crab walker. Sounds like he's pretty, he can get out of a lot of different jam. I would capture him and then I would just hold on to him until that award keeps going up.
That's smart. So you're a good businessman. This is where your MBA comes into play. Like you dismiss that as not being valuable in your life anymore, but you're wrong. This MBA, your idea of keeping him in a headlock as the money goes up before releasing. Yeah. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What I want is somebody to escape. It excites me when they escape. Like, how do they do it? Where are they going? What's happening? He crab walked. He went.
And then you meet him in real life and suddenly you're like, I don't like that he escaped.
Yeah, and then you hear what he did, and I was like, "Oh God!" Because he look, I'm getting all creeped out because he has. Like how you put your. I'm just so scared. Gout walker versus crab walker. That was a good one. Yeah. So I don't, I just want somebody maybe who didn't do anything really bad. Maybe then they escape.
Just a couple non-paid parking tickets.
Just a couple stabs. No.
Just a couple stabs. How many stabs before it comes too many?
Yeah. What? Yeah. How many? Oh, that was awful. Oh, I don't like that.
If it was 7 stabs, is that all right? Or is that still?
I don't know what the line is.
Or at least put the kids in the other room if you're going to stab them.
Well, that's all that he did in front of children. Awful. Well, the whole thing's awful. The whole thing's awful. So I want him to get caught. But I do find it amazing how he escaped.
But you wouldn't do what I did. Let's say somehow you capture him and you could tie him up so he can't get loose. Wouldn't you hold on to him for another month?
Yeah, I think I would watch the stock, see how much the stock goes up.
See how much it goes. What if it goes the other way? Like they don't hear from him in a while and the money starts coming down. You're like, fuck, I should have turned him in on Wednesday when the money was high.
It'll go up. Or you got to believe. You just have to believe.
But right now it's 20,000. That's almost not even worth it. Let's say you see him and you're like, I got to capture this dude. That's
the whole thing. Listen, that's what I was thinking too. People are finding him on their Ring cameras as he walks by in the middle of the night. And like a person going to steal UPS packages on your front porch, but worse. So they see him. Let me tell you something. I see that critter out there. I'm not going out and surrounding him. I'm saying I don't see anything. I don't know anything. I would be like, I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. Because I'm Irish. You never out somebody. You never rat on anybody. You're Italian. It's the same thing. I'll be like, I don't know nothing. I see nothing. And then I call the police maybe. But still, I'd be like, I don't know you. Not all.
Yeah. How am I going to capture him? I'm going to deputize myself, and that doesn't seem like it's worth it.
And
for just 20 grand.
Yeah, and then you're an accomplice if you don't. So what? You can't win. All of a sudden, it's like the subway system in New York. I have to be able to handle all the mental patients, and if you don't handle them right, all the nut jobs, all the wackos, all the drug addicts, they'll be like, "Well, you shouldn't have done that."
Then there's me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that picture. I color my hair. Like I have my one towel. I color my hair when I get a haircut.
What's on your head?
Because it's
his hair dye dripping off of him. Tell her the story, Ray, about the hair dye towel.
It's like Rudy Giuliani. What are you doing?
No, it does not. No, when I get a haircut, I'll color my hair that day. That day I'll color my hair. And then this way, when the gray hairs come in, they come in slower this way. It slows down the salt and pepper look. So I still gray, but it slows it down. But I have a towel that when I color my hair, I'll, how I don't know if you ever colored your hair.
Like a do.
Yeah, but I'll wipe off, how it starts coming down, like Giuliani.
Yeah, Giuliani.
Before you rinse it all off, I'll wipe off the excess. And that's why there's
Let me see that picture again, Joe. I have to decipher this. Let's break this down. What is happening here? I honestly don't know what's going on. Do you do your eyebrows too?
He's got the hair dye dripping off his face, and of course, he's got his laundry basket that has his women's.
Does he have a towel? What's that? Is that a what's the?
I use L'Oreal. I use L'Oreal. They're not a sponsor of the show.
You're
L'Oreal dark brown hair is what I use to color my hair.
But what's on top of his head there, Joe? It looks like he has a cap and.
Oh yeah, it's my Expos hat.
Yeah, that's his hat and his headphones.
Yeah, it's my head.
You look insane there, Ray, and you're a good looking.
I don't travel around like this is a for comedic effect, Maureen.
No,
this is for comedic effect. This isn't.
The towel's real. Show her the towel, Ray.
I don't know where the towel is now.
All right, Ray, take off your hat. Take off your hat, Ray. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Take off your hat. All right, I want to see your hair.
Now take off your shirt, Ray.
That's my towel.
Right. And you, what do you do with that?
There's a towel that I use. That's actually a nice towel.
All right, look at you. Your hair. Let me see gray. Where's the gray? Why don't you let it come in gray a little bit? That looks great. What are you doing? You're a handsome man.
Hear that, ladies? I'm handsome.
He's very handsome, ladies.
I'm a tall drink of water, as they say.
I mean, he has gout. He has inappropriate conversations at the
Wait,
gym.
hold on. How tall are you, Ray? You're like 5'10".
5'10".
Yeah.
How tall you got to be a tall drink of water?
I'm 6'1".
I think 6 foot. Yeah.
6 foot, and then you're a tall drink of water.
And you have to be very long and lean.
And I'm lean.
So I am a tall drink of water.
He is a tall drink of water.
Why don't we ask Maureen, what kind of man are you looking for?
Yeah. Are you single, Maureen? Mikey Newport's available.
Hi, Mikey. No, I'm in a relationship with a lovely Italian guy.
Well, guess who just left this show? See you later, Mikey Newport. He just logged off on that.
Mikey, I haven't locked in yet, you know? I have
to. She does like Italian men.
Going down.
I heard that.
There you go. Mikey Newport says, you're a short drink of gasoline. Oh, wow. That seems hurtful, Mikey Newport. That's a super chat if you want to throw that up there, Joe.
So hurtful. But so when are you dyeing your hair again? Mikey Newport. He's a nice guy. He seems, to be supportive. So when are you dyeing the hair again? I got to know what's going on with this.
Probably like in 3 weeks when I get another haircut. I'll wait like 2-3 weeks. So
then you get a haircut. You act like the gray's going to come in slower. The gray's coming in regardless.
I know that.
Your follicles are your follicles. What do you mean slower? They're coming in regardless. The same.
Yes,
speed.
but it slows it down. It slows it down. It slows it down. It doesn't come in as fast because part of the gray hairs are dyed dark brown. So you only see.
All right. There is something wrong with you. Oh, there really is something wrong with you, Ray. Honestly, I asked what's wrong with you. Do I not get it? Are you out of your mind? You're covering the gray. That's all you're doing.
Yes, exactly. So it slows down. It slows down the look. No, yes, you're right. There's still gray hairs, but it slows down the look. How did none of this compute with you? How did none of this make sense to you?
None of it compute with you.
I mean, what part of you doesn't understand that what you said is it slows down the gray? It covers the gray.
It covers the gray. Yes, that's what I mean. It slows down the look of gray hair is what I was saying.
The dye slows down Ray's thinking.
No, it slows down the look is what I'm saying. You understood what I was saying. Yes, you're right. There's still gray hairs. They're just colored. It's not like they now are colored and they stay colored as they continue to grow. No, as they grow, it's obviously going to be gray hair coming in. Just the tip of it's going to be dark brown. So it doesn't look as salty.
So I understand what covering gray means. Like, I get that part. Yeah, Maureen Langan understands that. So what are you talking about?
Are you going to refer to yourself in the third person?
I do that. That cracks me. It cracks Maureen up. But here's the deal with you.
Cracks Maureen up.
What happens is you can do that now while your hair's long. You don't have to get it. Why are you waiting until it's short?
You know, that would make sense. But then because because let's say I do it before I get my hair. No, because I do want the salt and pepper look. So I don't want it to look jet black when I'm pushing 50. I don't want it because then that looks weird. You look
right.
But if I do it when I just get it cut, it slows down the look a little bit.
Your hair grows at the same speed. Stop saying it slows it down.
It slows down the look of the salt and pepper. It looks pepper with a little bit of salt.
So your head's shaved. You color your head. How short is it? It's kind of shaved. So you have shaved head with a lot of little gray spikies coming out, like you see in the gray like base.
Right.
So now you're covering the gray base with your dark hair.
Yes.
Then it all starts coming up, but I would think you'd have a row of gray everywhere.
You do. Yes.
Right.
The roots are always going to look gray.
Right. So what are you doing? So how's it getting in the rest of your hair? It's not. It's all coming out equally in real time.
I hear what you're saying, but it makes sense to me. And guess what? I'm the one that has to live with it.
Yeah,
so
we have to, because we're looking at you and listening.
we have to live with it. We have to live with it. We have to look at your hair.
Maureen Langan has to deal with this. All
Yes,
right. Let's get into. I have to go soon. So let's talk about something other than your hair. You want to talk about something? Do you talk politics on the show? Do you talk issues?
No, I don't talk
women's issues. Does anybody care about
women issues?
Women's
Women's issues.
Wow, who are they?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I got to leave in 5 minutes. Go.
All right, we'll talk about you. We'll get ready to wrap up. I like how you're like. What else is going on with you? What's new for you now? Are you in LA permanently, or are you coming back to?
No. I'm coming back to New York. I just wanted to, take care of some stuff out here on the West Coast, and I'm coming.
What are you taking care of?
Business. Taking care of business.
Business.
Taking care of business. Actually, I had got really run down. I was working very hard on AGT because I did the audition. I didn't ask to do it. They called me, and I said,
"That's awesome."
Yeah, it is awesome. It's a very vulnerable, though. I know people know that you put yourself on the line out there, and look, there's worse things in the world. It's a good problem to have. So I got the call in January, and I said, "Oh yeah, no, I don't think I'm right for it." And I thought maybe it was sometimes you get these agents or managers who reach out, and they're like bullshit. So he was a casting director. I'm like, all right, I'm the casting director, that kind of thing. And it turns out he was legit, and I said, and I was telling my boyfriend, I go, should I do the bit? Because it's such a clean show. When my mother goes, I don't want you touching a dick. You touch a dick, you be a dick toucher. People will say she's a dick toucher, leads to dick sucking.
You did that joke on America's Got Talent about touching dicks? Oh.
No.
It's like everyone's there with their children. Some kid about to set his mom on fire, and he's got to sit there about the dick toucher. The kid sitting there in shame, like, I'm also a dick toucher.
No, but my mother, why can't you say manhood manipulating, phallus finagling, pecker pleaser? Why do you have to be so vulgar? Anyway, no, I did not. Yes, Carlos Danger, I totally get why you led with, but that was the first question I saw.
Yes.
Carlos Danger is so hilarious. And that's part of the thing. Anthony Weiner and Elliot Spitzer, they were with Call Girls. The Call Girls got a book and a movie deal. I was an English major. I know the proper use of semicolons. I get shit. But anyway, it doesn't matter. That's a long.
So that's why he called himself Carlos Danger. He's a buddy of mine. But that's why he led with the poop question. He's a good egg, that Carlos Danger. All right.
What is the poop? He led with the poop question because
I don't know why he led with the poop question.
Because of your crazy thinking. All right. So anyway, so I wound up. They said that they had seen my dry bar comedy special, which you have to work clean, but it's still edgy. And they let me do this joke, which is very surprising. I said that, which is true. I had a little fender bender, young guy, stoned out of his mind. He was on his cell phone. His music was blaring. He barreled into the back of my car. He got out, with the man bun. I call it a twat knot, but you can't say that on TV. So he gets out and he's like, dude, I don't know what happened. I go, oh, what happened is in 1999, your mother forgot her birth control. That's what happened, dude. They let me do that. That's pretty edgy. So anyway, it went well. Then I did the call, the semifinals a couple weeks ago. And now I'm just taking a week off to just chill and just, I don't want to be doing the same crap for the same money all around the country. And I'm working on a theater show that's called Don't Make Me Hate You Comedy Tour. So it's going to be me headlining with another comic or two on the bill. So if we head out to Ohio, you could be on the show.
Yay!
And let's see if we get theaters there. But we're getting a lot of interest in that, which is great. So that's what
awesome.
I'm working on some other projects. And we'll see.
I did a dry bar and I did my C word joke. But then when I did dry bar, they just told you what you could. I did my C word joke.
You didn't use the C word.
I didn't use the C word.
What's the joke?
Well, the joke, just in a nutshell, and it's one of the clips I put up. It's got 1.7 million views. Is the joke is when I got hired to do a corporate show and I got to be clean. I asked the lady anything they're always around the holidays. Anything you want me to say or not say? She goes, no, you can just do your jokes. But if you can you please say the C word? And I was like, I really don't use it, but yeah, I'll say it. Why not? I'll say it 5 times in the first 10 minutes. She's like, great, because we got a lot of Catholics and they'll love it. That's very convenient. I have to ask, hey, by the way, what is the C word you're talking about? And she says, Christmas. I was like, I'm glad that I asked, because there's a whole other C word floating around. If you think the word Christmas is too edgy, probably not ready for the real C word. And then it goes on. And then normally in nightclubs, I actually say, hey, Merry Christmas, you. And then I'll actually say the C word.
Wait, repeat that part. What do you do at the end?
No, if I'm like at a Funny Bone or something, like just at a nightclub or a comedy club, and I do that joke, I will say at the end, I'll be like, hey, Merry Christmas, you C words. And I'll actually say the C word. But I mean, obviously I didn't say that part on my dry bar, but I did do that joke. Everyone in that crowd knew the C word I was talking about, hence why it worked.
So that's great. That must have killed, because they were a good audience.
Yeah, they were good, but I did it during the pandemic. So like I see some of them in the crazy packed. Mine wasn't crazy packed because it was in but it was still good. It was fun. And I had to go first.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, so going first stunk. Yeah, going first stunk, but it came out good.
And during the pandemic, that's hard.
But it was fine.
Well, I want people to follow me if they're normal. If you're like a misogynistic asshole, don't. But and if you're going to insult me, don't. But if you're a decent human being, you can follow me at Maureen Langan on all the stalking sites. My last name is Langan, Langan, Langan. And
where do you have to go? Why do you got to run away? So, I mean, you can run away. That's fine. But you got to? Can you crab walk as you leave? Can you crab walk out? You say you can crab walk. I don't think she can crab walk.
I don't think I can crab walk. I don't. Though I can go through wire. And
get a couple of drinks in her. Do you drink still? Like you being Irish, I think you have to.
Well, you don't. I didn't grow up. Well, my father drank. My mother never did. But I like. He never drank in the house. Rarely a beer. But he was a garbage man in New York City. So they do their rounds and be done, and then they go hang out at the bar and have some. That's what they would do. You can't. I'm
sure the clientele loved it when the garbage men get off of work and they immediately just go into the bar. Did they get to shower after? Or?
They shower. Yeah, my father didn't come home smelling. Yeah, he would. That's a tough job, man. That's a real tough job. I have so much respect for people who do that for a living. You know, just to raise 6 kids, to have a union job and haul trash into the back of trucks, but like manual labor. He's a big guy. Just what it does to your body. But he's funny because he's from the South Bronx and he'd be in the Upper West picking up, and you know they call them the baskets. You see them on the corners, so the metal opened, and he'd go to pick up a basket. And so I'm like, hey, that's mine, man. That's my basket. Yeah, and my father goes, oh, it's your basket.
He brought you to work with him, so you got to.
No, he tells me stories, but you like baskets. This could have been for you. This could have been the right world for you with your basket. The garbage. So he would go to pick up one of the garbage baskets to put it in the trunk, and some guy might say, hey, back off, man. That's my basket. So what he's saying, the trunk's going down. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to put something down in the basket. Somebody's picking up. Whoa, get away from the basket. And he's like, hey, your basket, man. Walks away. It's your basket. So.
And how'd you meet your boyfriend?
I met him. I was performing for the first time ever in San Francisco. And he used to own a comedy club, but he didn't have it then. He had sold it many years ago. Rooster Teeth Feathers in Sunnyvale, California. It's in the
I've heard of it. I've never done it, but
it's a great club. It's a great. He built it and started it many years ago. It's since been sold, but in great hands. So so I met him. I was performing, and the rest is history.
Well, that's awesome. Where you got to run to now? What's the rest of your day? Not that I need to know your business.
Oh, I have to. It's all the whole back stuff of this tour and getting everything together and having a meeting with the Don't Make Me Hate You.
Okay, cool. When's your next date? Next time you're performing, where can people see you?
They can follow me at MaureenLangan.com, and gigs are there. MaureenLangan.com gigs. Go there. You'll see where I'm performing, and that's what I got going on. You'll see. I'll be back in Jersey. I'll be up in Massachusetts. Those kind of places, all over.
Nice. All right.
Ray,
well, I'm gonna say
nice man. You have nice people who weigh in. I'm sure the mean ones you kept off. I like that. Thank you for doing that. Joe, I like you. Is it Joe or Joey? What do we call you?
Producer Joe.
Anything you like.
Joe.
I call
what
him
is it?
PJ. You can call him PJ. Producer Joe. PJ.
Joe. All right, PJ. Listen, nice to meet you. Ray, you're a good guy. I like you. Except don't let the Giuliani hair thing. Please don't do that. Oh my God, please. I can't. Please. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you constantly.
All right. Awesome. Thanks for hanging. Everyone go follow Maureen on social medias.
All right, what's wrong with you, Ray?
What's wrong with me? I'm fine.
What's wrong with Ray? That's the new tagline. What's wrong with Ray? Mwah. Bye, honey.
All right. Bye. Thank you, Maureen.
New show with you and Maureen called "What's Wrong with Ray." We've got a hit on our hands there.
She was great. I thought she was awesome.
Great. Yes.
Yeah, very funny lady, and she's still on America's Got Talent. It's in the next round. So,
but she sounds like she's already a comic. I thought that was like a show for like amateur comics to like get a break. It sounds like she already does stand up.
Yeah, she's been doing comedy for like 15 years. So no, she's an accomplished comic. Yeah.
So America's Got Talent's just a bunch of professional comedians competing?
I've never been on America's Got Talent.
Oh, Ray, we should get you on. Let's get you on that show.
Let's do it. I'm all for it. Let's do it. Yeah, I would be obviously love to. Obviously, I would love to do it. But no, I thought she was great. What do you think, Joe? Would you capture that criminal?
No, I don't. Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know. It depends on the situation, but I don't think you need to capture him to get the reward. I just think you need to call and like lead to them being caught. Capturing them, that doesn't get you bonus points.
Oh, I thought you had to like capture him and like bring him in. Like it's Wild West. Like I came to collect the bounty. There's a bounty on this guy. I got him. You deputize yourself to get him. I thought that's how, and like 20 grand's not that much, but maybe if all they got to do is a phone call, then, but obviously that guy's going to keep moving. He's not going to hang out. He's going to crab walk his way out of there.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to stick and move. He's not literally stick and move. Well, unless you're in one spot, then he's going to stick it 38 times, apparently. I like I was 37 or 38. Like we know at least 37 might have been a 38. Like 37 is like, oh, that's a lot of stabbing with somebody. 38, like, whoa, dude.
I think that's when it becomes a felony.
You're like, whoa, dude, 38 times? Like, that's so anyways, he's not a good guy, Joe. He's not a good guy. What do you think? So next week, I think I'm gonna do the Thursday show in Detroit. I think I'm gonna go early and do this show from Detroit. So you'll get to see some of the people that are there for WATP.
Yeah.
So
I wish we were going to be there. I've always wanted to go to Detroit.
You're being sarcastic, right?
I would go anywhere else to like the WATP guys. You're going to have a lot of fun hanging with them. We had so much fun with them in Rochester, but of all places, Detroit.
I like Detroit's like I like Detroit better than Cleveland. And I'm from Cleveland.
Well, that's not saying a whole lot, right? Cleveland's not a much better choice. I'm talking like, why aren't we in Miami or something? You know?
Oh yeah, I mean this is
nice.
This is the Midwest. It is what it is, but no, it'll be fun. We're gonna have good times up there. And then for me, I'll do my plugs. You could see me Instagram.com at Ray.Devito, my Rock Bottom pod on YouTube, but also my YouTube page on Twitter for my stand-up, RAYDEVI. I'm putting up one clip a week. So go ahead, like, comment. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, go ahead and trash it. I don't care. Twitter, I'm Ray DeVito, or the X, whatever they call it. TikTok, at Ray DeVito. And yeah, man, you guys were awesome. Thanks for hanging. This was a lot of fun. And anything you want to add, Joe? What's going on in your guys' world? Oh, and then Rock Bottom merchandise. Rock Bottom show on at the what is the website?
ShuliNetworkShop.com.
Yeah.
ShuliNetworkShop.com. You could get one of your Ray's pink blankets or Ray Tard shirt or mug. You can also get the very popular Producer Joe frog double middle finger shirt.
Do frogs have fingers?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't. There'd be a webbing. It'd be like a webbing. Like you have to like put down part of your web to really try to emphasize the middle of the web. So it'd more be like this kind of, right? It'd be like.
I never looked at a frog that closely.
Yeah. So That's it. But you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out. And that's our show. We'll see you guys next Thursday. Peace.